One of my favorite places, Huntington Gardens. And when I'm in California, I usually make a trip to Huntington, which includes a museum and the original house, a mausoleum, and they've got their own greenhouses where they buy a lot of the material. And they have a full spectrum from bamboo and palms to azaleas that we see here. That's the encore azalea, by the way, that continues to bloom through the year. But they also add annual plants and biennial plants. And so they're constantly changing. It's a dynamic garden, to say the least. And here we see some arbicola and some spider plant and some ferns and hey, a couple of no, that's one squirrel. Yeah. What I like about the here we see some gardenia and some patience. Every garden needs patience and some spider plant. What I like particularly about Huntington is that they use what we call integrated pest management. And here we see coming up very shortly a little trail of ants, evidence that they're using the predator ants. And ants will eat the eggs of other insects. It's not always a bad thing to see peonies with ants on the flowers. In fact, it's a pretty good thing. This is the garden of the statues, long garden, and it's a beautiful walk with Sweet William on the side and many other annuals, as a matter of fact. But of course, Sweet William obviously has a beautiful scent. And so you feel, at least I do, the romance of that may have been the intent of this garden, but you certainly can feel the romantic age, if you will, and the fountains here with the lily pads. Imagine this was somebody's home. At one point, Mr. Huntington owned a lot of the transportation systems in early California. Very wealthy man, to say the least. And here again, we got a close-up on the lily pads. Some of the goldfish, the koi, because they come in all sizes. And in this particular pond, as you can see, they're quite large. And nice biosystem with the fish and the plants. And we're seeing the main building, which has a so many commercials are done here. You probably have seen them without realizing that they're part of Huntington's. And so I highly recommend when you get out to Pasadena, get out to San Marino, California, and go to the Huntington Gardens. It's a trip that I always make if I'm ever nearby, and it's so dynamic, ever changing, and you'll find great pleasure, as I did, at Huntington Gardens.